Welcome back to the channel, and this is the first video of a series that I just started called Notta Miata. Now, for those of you that are new to the channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, this is primarily a Mazda Miata channel because that's why I created the channel. If you see my previous videos and go back to my very first introduction video, you'll see why this is such an important car for me. But I do have other cars. I've got my wife's Mini Cooper, I've got the Dad Mobile here, and I'm in charge of performing maintenance and just the general work on these cars. So I'm going to film them as well and add them to this series that's not Miata related. Trust me, I will have plenty of Miata content coming in the near future. It's just freezing outside. You'll see there's snow on the ground. And we will definitely get to the Miata. But today starts the Mini Cooper. So before I swap out the headlights, I thought I heard a knocking sound in the back. Let me go take a look and see what's going on back here. Welcome back to the channel. This is my wife's 2004 Mini Cooper R50, and it comes with Xenon HID headlights, daytime running lights, and fog lights. There is one of the Xenon lights burnt out, the low beam is burnt out, and this daytime running light is also burnt out. So today I'm going to be swapping these out. Now, I've looked for other videos on YouTube and there's just minimal for the R50. I don't know why, but I thought it would be important to show you guys how to do this because it is a pretty easy job and it's pretty expensive if you take it to the dealer. This car comes with Xenon headlights from the factory. The low beam is right here and the high beam is right here. The high beams are fine. It's the low beam that needs to be replaced on this car, as well as the daytime running lights right in here, the clear one. It's got a split light in there. One is an amber light and another is a clear light. And then at the bottom, it does have fog lights, but they're currently good, so those don't need to be touched. I'm just going to show you how to do the daytime running light and the low beam Xenon headlight. So I've got the lights on. You'll see that the headlight on the passenger side is burnt out. It has stopped working. Driver's side works fine, but below the driver's side, the daytime running light is burnt out, and it works fine on the passenger side. So let's go ahead and start off with the daytime running light since it's the easiest. Step one is pop the hood. Notice that when you pop the hood, the headlights are attached to the hood, so they will be accessed from underneath. This daytime running light, though, it's right here. This is the bulb that we're going to be replacing for the daytime running light. The best way to access this bulb is from the top right here. You'll see that there's two bulbs actually. There's this guy right here is your turn signal, but the bulb we need to access is right here. And you just twist it and pull it out. Turning it counterclockwise and pulling straight out. And there is the bulb right there. You just need to pull it out of its housing and pop the other one in, and that's it for this one. There's the old one. pops right in. No, it's kind of hard to see in there, but I got the bulb back in. Let's test out the light, see if it comes back on. And we have success. Now both of the daytime running lights, or sometimes Mini calls them parking lights, they are now both working. If you need the part number, I'll put a description below. Next thing we need to tackle are the Xenon Headlights. Now the main reason that I wanted to make this video for you guys is to show you that you can swap out the Xenon Headlight yourself. If you were to take this to the dealer, my dealer was quoting me $265 for one bulb. I got this bulb online for about $100. You can get cheaper ones. I've seen them as cheap as maybe $49, but I don't know about the quality. This is an actual Sylvania OEM style bulb, and you'll see that it is a D2R for this model of R50 Mini Cooper. There are different models that you need to look at. I know that they changed from July 2004 and up is a different model than this one. If you go take a look here. If you look on the side of your door jamb here, here's the inside of the car. Go inside here and you'll see right there that this is the manufacturing date for this particular car, November of 2003. Now this is a 2004 model, but we did get it right when they announced the 2004s. That's when we ordered this one. And so it is a 2003. So the headlights did change bulbs from July of 2004. So this one would actually fall into category with the 2002s, the 2003s that had the Xenon headlights. Now, one of the reasons that the dealer asks so much for these headlights and also kind of scares customers from doing it themselves is because there is a flow of high current that goes to these Xenon headlights, that there is a risk of shock. And if you look in your owner's manual, it will tell you for the regular halogen headlights that come with the standard base model Mini Cooper, you can change those yourself and they give you the part number and everything. But for the Xenons, in the owner's manual, it tells you to definitely bring it into the dealer and have them do it for you. So let me show you here. To access the Xenons, you actually have to come up here and you figure out which bulb, even though this is lower on the housing, that is the high beam. This is where your low beams would be. So you take off this cover and look, there's your warning right there that this is high current. That's the back of the igniter for the HID bulb or the Xenon. So what I'm going to do first is play it safe and disconnect the battery. I just popped off the battery cover here and you see the terminals, positive and negative. I'm going to disconnect the negative and that will reduce the chance of shock. I just loosened up the negative connection, so what I'm going to do is take this off. And what I like to also do is put down a piece of cardboard like that, and that way there's no chance of it accidentally slipping and hitting that terminal or grounding out on some other piece of metal in the engine bay, just to keep it safe while I'm working on this. By the way, that is a 10mm bolt for those who are questioning. Alright, so now that the battery's disconnected, I can start working on the bulb here. And this is going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze just because you're basically leaning back on your engine bay to access this bulb here. So let me go underneath here, and you'll see that's the igniter and the clips that you have to remove, these two clips. To remove this, you do a quarter turn counterclockwise, and that pulls the igniter off. Then you just remove these clips that hold the bulb in place. Let's see how that works. Push up and out. Okay, now the HID bulb comes right out. Okay, this is the new bulb. Always hold it by the plastic end cap here. Never touch the bulb itself, especially with your bare exposed hands, because the oil on your hands will drastically decrease the lifespan of this bulb. So just hold it here, and we're going to put it in the same way that we took it out. Okay. Let's put these clips back in. Let's see. Just want to make sure I get that igniter on there good and snug. And put this dust cap back on. Let's check it out. Going to reconnect the battery, start up the car, and test the lights. And it worked. This is the new bulb. It looks identical to the factory bulb, even though it is not the exact Mini Cooper branded bulb. The brightness is the same, the coloring is the same, and I saved half the price, over half the price. There's your parking light, and they're the same. So that is it. So that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. I hope you're enjoying this new series. We do have a couple more little things that we do need to do to the Mini Cooper, and I'll go ahead and post videos for those when I create them. Don't worry though, if you're the Miata fans, we do have a lot more content for the Miata coming in the near future. It's just I had things that I needed to do to this, so I just thought I'd record it and post it on YouTube for you guys to check out. So I appreciate all the comments in the last video about whether you wanted to see new car content or if you just wanted to see Miata content. It's kind of a mixed bag, so what I'm going to keep doing is putting the model of the car at the beginning of the title for each video. So for all the Miata videos, it'll say NA Miata, and for Mini Coopers, it'll say Mini Cooper. If I put a BMW, whatever model I'm talking about, I'll put that at the beginning of the title, so you'll know whether you want to skip the video or watch it. And thanks again for all the views and the positive comments and the likes that I've been getting on these videos. I really appreciate that. If you want to see more of these, you got to subscribe so you'll be notified. And if you do like them, hit the like button. If you don't like them, let me know why in the comments, and I'll try to improve. As always, Have a good one. Peace out.